Welcome everybody to Lincoln Railsplitter Volleyball. This is Aaron Romer bringing you 2025 regional action. Glad we can do this. So we kind of had to jump through some hoops to be here tonight, but yet here we are. Glad to bring you Lincoln Lady Railsplitters versus the Decatur MacArthur Generals, set to begin at right around 7 o'clock. Lady Railsplitters finishing up their warm-ups. Generals have yet to take theirs, so we're going to have it on mute for the time being. You guys know the drill by now. We'll have it on mute. We'll stick around. We'll stay live. But now's the time to grab your snacks and drinks, sit back, find a comfortable chair, and get ready for Lady Railsplitter Volleyball. You won't want to miss it. Here, from Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium. You still have time to make it out if you're local. Still have a little bit of time. Come on out. If you can't make it, we'll be here for you live. See you in a bit. Okay, welcome back everyone one last time. I don't plan on pausing anymore. We're set to kick off here. Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium Regionals Semifinal. Railers versus Generals set to begin here in just a few short moments. Want to welcome everybody to the live stream as usual. Like I said before, we had to go through some hoops. We had to get permission from Morton to live stream. Then we had to send our $100 off to IHSA. And here we are, live streaming to you guys, live from home. Again, we want to welcome you. Feel free to share this live stream with any friends and family, any neighbor, or anybody who might be a Lincoln Railsplitter fan. We would love to have them on. So we were here. I got here a little early. I was able to catch the match just before this one. So that saw the #1 Morton Potters versus Springfield Southeast, and Morton, the #1 seed, won in 2 sets. Although the second set was much closer than one might expect. But either way, that sets up the winner of this match here, the 7 o'clock match. Will take on the Morton Potters, the #1 seed, and this side of the bracket. They'll take on the Morton Potters on Thursday at 6 p.m. So the plan is Lincoln wins this match against Decatur MacArthur tonight, and then we'll be back live again on our YouTube channel on Thursday at 6 o'clock to bring that game to you live. That's the plan. We're going to try to stick to it. Again, my name's Aaron Romer. Glad to bring this to you here. And boy, I'm excited to be here. I love regional sports. Just regionals just brings this extra level of excitement, doesn't it? Student section showing up in force tonight. Looks like the theme tonight is red and green, as it should be. We'll get you plenty of footage of the student section as we get into this evening's matchup. So these two teams faced off back, the last time they faced off was October the 7th. October the 7th, and it was right here in Lincoln. And Lincoln won fairly handily in 2 sets, 25-15, 25-14. Decatur MacArthur, the 8th seed, they're 8th, they're ranked 8th out of the Central State 8 Conference. Lincoln Railsplitters 4th, of course. We've talked about that towards the end of the season. MacArthur 7-17 on the regular season. Railsplitters were 20-15 and finished rather strong, which I think bodes well for the postseason. But you got to play every game, right? And even though we just beat them in 2 sets back on the 7th of October, we got to beat them again here tonight. We want to go up against Morton. Both red and white, oddly enough. We want to go up against Morton on Thursday at 6 o'clock. You can see on the opposite corner there at the top of your screen, that's the Morton team. They've stuck around, and they've got their iPad out, and they're certainly gonna want to film this game and study it, because we didn't face Morton this season. I heard that they were in our bracket, or in the tournament rather, when we went up and played Bloomington Central Catholic, but we did not face off against the Morton Potters. But first, we have Railsplitters versus the Generals. So I switched sides tonight because it's just an awful lot of traffic. Coach Al was able to open this side of the bleachers for me, and it's just really nice to get a different perspective. Although it does throw me off just a bit, because you kind of get into a routine, right?
Good evening, welcome to the Royals Intermission Gymnasium for tonight's semifinal matchup, the IHSA 3A Girls Regional Volleyball Tournament. This matchup features the Decatur MacArthur Generals and Lincoln Railsplitters. A reminder, the IHSA expects sportsmanship, so let the players play, let the coaches coach, let the officials officiate, and let the spectators be positive. Good sportsmanship is one of the primary purposes of high school athletics. We hope you enjoy the game and support your athletes in a positive and sportsmanlike manner. Now let's meet the starting lineup for MacArthur High School. They enter tonight's contest 7-17 overall. They start a senior, number 6, Felicia Myrie.
The girls are all confused. They did the national anthem before the last game, so I think they were all ready for it.
The senior, number 8, Kyle Williams. Junior, number 9, Gibbs. Senior, number 10, Liv Bray. Senior, number 11, John
And the Generals 7-17 on the regular season. And here are your starters for the Railers, 20-15 on the regular season. Number 2, Lily Holmes. Number 3, Lauren Tedrick. Number 4, a freshman, Gracie Adams. Number 6, Jocelyn Perkins. Number 10, Payson Schaefer. Number 13, Micaiah Hassebrock. And number 20, a senior, Jaden Behrens. Lincoln Railsplitters in red in the near court. See him right there on your screen. Payson Schaefer, the libero, the lone Lincoln Railer in white and blue. Railsplitters, number 4 seed in the regional. Decatur MacArthur. I tried to combine that word. Decatur MacArthur Generals, the 6 seed. And the winner tonight will face off against the Potters from Morton on Thursday. All right, MacArthur on the floor. Railsplitters are ready to get this show on the road. And here we go, teams meet at center court. Good look at the starters right there. Very familiar starting lineup, what we've seen at least here in the last half of the season. Tedrick, Behrens, Hassebrock up front, Adams, Perkins, and Holmes in the back. As Payson Schaefer steps on the floor for the Railsplitters. Best of 3 sets, first to 25. Same rules we've had all year long. We have 2 extra officials on the floor for this evening's matchup. What do you call them, the flag corps? I don't know, that's not what they're called, but got 2 flag officials in the corners. And it looks to me like MacArthur's going to start us off. Here come the Generals. Sent long. Railsplitters on the board first. Here's Micaiah Hassebrock. There's number 13. With the red, white, and green ribbon in the back of their hair. Here's Micaiah. Sent in, picked up, set, backside. Schaefer. Tedrick. Behrens. MacArthur scrambles. Puts an awful lot of work into it. Comes up just short. Railsplitters up 2-0. Here's Micaiah. If you're just tuning in with us, we talked a little bit about this earlier, how the Railsplitters and the Generals faced off on the 7th of October. Railsplitters won in 2 sets, 25-15, 25-14. So it wasn't that long ago. Here we are meeting in this regional matchup. Played into the net. They can't recover. 4-0 Lincoln. to the back. Set to the middle, sent back. Nice shot by Schaefer. Tedrick bump set. Holmes from the back. Put in. And Lincoln with another point makes it 5-0. Railsplitters off to an excellent start here in the first set. Hasselbrock again. Back left side. Set far side, and Hasselbrock's there. Tedrick. Nice job by, well played. It looked like Pace and Schaefer, I'm not exactly sure who that was there. Maybe Hasselbrock ran into each other. Watch right here. And Schaefer got hit in the face. Appears she's okay. Lincoln comes away with another point, 6-0. Bump set, pushed over. Barron sends it into the back corner as Barron saw an opening, exploited it. Timeout Generals. Railers lead this one 7-0. Let's watch that point back. Nice job by Jaden Behrens. Watch right here. Just a little softball in, and Behrens saw it, hit it. (7-0) Railsplitters. Generals want to talk it over. Railsplitters rolling at the moment. Thanks to guys for tuning in. Thanks for supporting the Railsplitters. Lady Railers, they love it. They love having all the fans on. So I do tell the coaches how many people we've had on every night. It just continues to grow, and they're just thrilled. It's good to know that you've got fans out there. So the girls are aware you guys tune in. We appreciate it. 7-0 Railsplitters. Hasselbrock again, back left corner this time. Set up to the middle, pushed wide. 8-0. Here's Micaiah. Barron's right there for up for the challenge. Tipped out of bounds. And the Generals all on the board. Off that deflection from the block. This is number 12, Sutton. Right hand serve, short ball. Drops in front of Holmes. 8-2. Right down the middle, there's Holmes. Tedrick finds Behrens, cross-court shot, picked up, bump set, backside set long. Railsplitters watch it just sail. Here's Jaden. Jaden always serves the opposite side of where I am. It's nice to have her right here in front. Here's Behrens. Back row. Bump set, backside again, tipped. Lily right there. To Grace Biven. Oh, timing was just a bit off, and that can happen. A little extra excitement on the floor. I can feel that. A little extra pressure. Regionals, it happens. Down the middle, Hasselbrock, Tedrick, Biven. Tipped, picked up from the back. Played over, Biven there. Tedrick, back to Biven. She'll float it down the middle. Oh, might have had it there as Grace was having to go down for the dig. Grace not known for picking up that many digs, although she's actually done pretty well up front when push comes to shove. Here's Lauren Tedrick. Railsplitters lead by 7. Biven right there, but no need. As the Generals run out of space. Leads now 8 for Lincoln. Tedrick again. Nice job by Lauren, and there's an ace for Tedrick. Lead now 9 for Lincoln. From the back. Bump set near side. Back to Schaefer. Tedrick finds Bivin. Deflected, but fell in favor of the Railsplitters. Lead now 10. Let's watch that one back. That was a good angle. Shot there by Bivin. Just too strong for the block. Tedrick again. And that one sails too long. As the flag goes up on the opposite corner. The game prior to this one, when Morton won, it went all of about 40 minutes. It was done very quickly. This game's moving along at a good clip as well. Generals, that's Hasselbrock. Tedrick, Bivin, backside, falls in. Substitution, Adams in for Bivin. Back to serve. Adams, right hand, strong one. Just a bit too strong. Oh, what was the call? So they gave a point to Lincoln, even though the serve was long. I think he's going to say it was a violation, maybe a lineup violation, rotation was off, wrong position. Coach Clements can't help but smile. She'll take that point. 15-4. Railsplitters. MacArthur just shakes their head, and that one does go long and does count for a point towards the Generals. Here's Janessa Hood. She wears number 11. She's a senior for the Generals. Floater back to Schaefer. Who was it? Was it somebody who was in the net? Maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure what the call was. It was sort of an unorthodox hit there. Looked like the Generals were in the net. So 16-5. Here's Dabria. And a miscommunication from the back, and there's an ace for Dalpaz. 17-5, Railsplitters. I said before that the Morton Potters, they won earlier tonight, and that's who the winner of this match will face. Stuck around. Honestly, I'm not sure they're seeing either team put a whole lot up right now. It's been all Lincoln so far. Hasselbrock, that ball's tipped, and that one does indeed fall for the Generals. 17-6. Generals back to serve. This is Liv Bray, another senior, wears number 10. Dalpaz, Tedrick, Holmes, sent out. That's too long, sure enough. There's Lily Holmes. Lily hits with the right hand. Uh-oh. Another rotation mishap for the Generals. As the Generals are all out of sorts, 19-7. They're still trying to get their lineup right. Here's Holmes. Set to the middle hitter. Nice shot there by MacArthur. And we'll give the Generals a replay of their own. What do you say? Good play there by the Generals. Lincoln Railers got up. Looks like Barron's even got a hand on it.
Serving number 7, man.
Generals back to serve. Adams there. Tedrick. Hassebrock. I have to say, that's a point for Lincoln. I have to say I love this angle way better. Since we do tend to hit more on the left side, I just get a great angle of it right there. Here's Hassebrock. 20-8. Oh boy. Generals in the middle. Nice job by Behrens. A little help from Grace Biven on the block. Hassebrock again, back to serve, but we'll watch this replay back. Down the line, out of bounds. It was about a foot wide here on the near side. Timeout, Generals. Railsplitters lead this 22-8. Not the start the Generals were hoping for. Certainly the start Lincoln was planning on. So I realize that we're getting some hiccups here on the live stream. You guys can see it, that it's kind of pausing, just not a super smooth broadcast. I can do a freshman game and not have a single hiccup, but the more people that come into the gym and get on their phones and get on the school's Wi-Fi, that just really slows down the stream. And you can tell just by how many hiccups you see and how many freezes and pauses. That's how many people are in this gym using the internet. So I apologize for that. Maybe one day we'll get the gym wired up with Ethernet up on all the corners, and that would really help the live streamers. Here's Micaiah Hassebrock as MacArthur's charged with their second timeout. Out of bounds. Trinity Sutton, a sophomore, wears number 12. Back to serve for the Generals. Davenport. Biven. Oh, he's got a good view of it. Looking right down that line. Flag went up. Point to the Generals, 22-10. Davenport there. Tedrick, Behrens from the backside. Pushed over, Davenport. Oh, they call it a double. Here's Behrens. Bump set to the back, free ball Lincoln. Perkins, Tedrick has to chase it down. Davenport sends it over, free ball Generals. Bump set, far side, floated over, Biven there, Tedrick. Hassebrock, good point, Railsplitters. Hassebrock from behind the 10-foot line sends it over, and it's set point for the Railers. There's Behrens. Back, and they're going to have trouble with that. And sure enough, Railsplitters take the first set, 25-10. We'll watch that point 2 points ago. What do you say? We got it queued up, might as well. Nice job by Hassebrock from the back. Wait, why are we playing? What's going on here? They changed the score. Now it's 24-10 apparently. All right, so now Lincoln wins the first set. Apparently we're off a point. I don't know. We'll take their word for it. Take their word for it. I don't know how Coach Al likes to keep his gymnasiums warm. I'm gonna have to turn my fan on. My computer's starting to feel the heat. So Railsplitters take the first set, 25-10. Again, I got to write this down, otherwise I forget. 25-10. All right, let's take a look and see how many people we've had on. 125. Wow, thanks for tuning in, everybody. That's quite the number. Nice work. It does help when I put it out on the We Are Railer Nation page. We tend to pick up more fans that way. So again, I want to thank you to everybody for watching, tuning in, supporting your Lincoln Railers. Always big fan base. When playoff time rolls around. You can now see that the Morton Potters have vacated the building. They've left a big hole up there on that opposite side of the bleachers. I'm actually kind of shocked at how few people Morton brought, the Springfield School and Decatur schools have brought here tonight. I don't know, for what it's worth. Just didn't bring a lot of people. So the game before this, we can talk a little bit about this. The game before this was Springfield Southeast and Morton. I don't know. So Morton was like 30-3, I think they said, on the season. Just this huge win percentage. I don't know. Unless they were hiding something tonight playing against Southeast. Maybe didn't have their best girls on the floor, which you never know. We can play with the team that showed up tonight, but again, they might not have had their best girls on the floor. But Southeast really kind of gave it to them there in the second set. I don't know if that they were scared. Morton was scared by any stretch of the imagination, but I don't know. I think they look beatable tonight, but that's coming from just a big Lincoln fan, who tends to definitely play favorites. We're definitely a Lincoln-centric broadcast, which sometimes gets us in trouble. Not in trouble, but it does kind of ruffle some feathers from time to time, but that's okay. All right, Railsplitters take the first set, 25-10. Railers will serve to start the second set, close this out. No time flat, at least that's the plan. Student section has shown up in force. So typically I'm right back in here and I gotta look up and over the student section, but yeah, Lincoln fans did show up. They always do. All right, Railers, back to serve. Here's Hasselbrock. There's the whistle. Here's Micaiah. Floats a little knuckleball down the middle. Backside tipped by Tedrick. Behrens puts it right back over. Bump set on the backside. Holmes right there. Right into the hands of the referee up in the tower, number 1 referee. MacArthur on the board first. I don't have number 7 on the roster. She's back to serve for the Generals. Schaefer. Tedrick to Biven. And that sails deep and wide. Number 7 from the other side this time. She's going to switch. Go to that backside now. Schaefer there. Tedrick to Behrens. Back to Behrens off the block. Jaden there. Tedrick. On the back, that's Hasselbrock. On the backside, Tedrick, nice work. Holmes pushes it deep. Generals there. Played back in, free ball Lincoln. Schaefer, nope, Lily Holmes to Biven with the left hand. Generals, nice job by Hasselbrock from the dig. Nice job by Biven. Grace Biven earns Lincoln a point. But nice work all around for the ladies in red. Here's Jaden Behrens back to serve. Served with a little more force this time. Free ball Lincoln. Behrens from the back. Tedrick over Perkins to Biven. From the back, played in. They've got to send a long one. Lily's right there. Tedrick. Nice job by Jocelyn Perkins. Had to elevate to meet it. To Biven. Over the block, Biven over the middle line. I'm not sure you can do that, but no call. Hasselbrock. Tedrick drops one in. Nice work. Lauren Tedrick, little sneak attack. Floater to that backside. Watch that back. Watch Lauren Tedrick, just so sneaky here. Right here. Just up and over. Caught him sleeping. Here's Behrens. Behrens just serves have got just a little bit more velocity than maybe what the Generals are used to. Perkins with maybe the strangest shot of the night. Sent wide and up and over the the Generals bench. Here's Trinity Sutton. Schaefer there. Bump set from Tedrick. Biven. Wow, good look up into the bleachers. Or sorry, rafters rather. Perkins. And the Generals can't track it down. Makes it 3-3. A little bit better start here for the Generals. Certainly plays into their strategy, I'm sure. Lauren Tedrick. On the backside. Schaefer, oh yeah. So they caught Lauren sliding underneath the net. I caught Grace Biven earlier. She had both feet over the line, but I don't know. Maybe you can do that and you come down. Again, I know 80% of the volleyball rules, and those are just the easy ones. I don't know the nuances of volleyball. There's Tedrick. Holmes. MacArthur got a hand on it. Played back over. Nice job, Perkins with one hand. Sent across. Schaefer. Tedrick. Holmes. To the back. Hasselbrock. Tedrick. Biven. Boy, that was quick. Played back in. Nice job. Nicely done by the Generals. Tedrick to Holmes. Wow. Railsplitters definitely in postseason form. Watch this ball right here. It even curves away from the Generals. Kind of takes a right-hand turn off of Holmes. Watch this. Yeah, just nice. Good shot there. Gracie Adams on the floor for Lincoln. I think I said Perkins earlier with one hand, and that was Payson Schaefer in the back row that dug that out with one hand. Quite a play there by Payson, the junior libero for Lincoln. Gracie Adams serve. Just a bit short. 5-4 Decatur here in the second. The Splitters took the first set, 25-10. Adams, Tedrick, Holmes. On those, I find myself anticipating the shot. I'll turn the camera only to find out that it was maybe just misplayed Always trying to anticipate the play. Here's Holmes again, trying to redeem herself. Right back over. That's going to be a lift. Illegal hit. Tabor at Dalpaws. Back to serve for the Railsplitters. 5 serving 6. Dalpaws to the back row. From the back side, Holmes right there. Holmes must not have got a hand on it. They called them for 4. Here's Dalpaws again, 6-6. Over Adams, Tedrick. Oh, it's a call. They're going to say Decatur was in the net. So a point to Lincoln, and the score is now 6-7. 7-6. Here's Stabria. Back row. Set to the middle hitter, push deep. Adams there. Tedrick to Hasselbrock. Well earned. None of those balls were quite where the Railers wanted it, but just a little extra effort. Railers earned themselves a point. Up 8-6 now. From the near side, Dalpaws, Tedrick. Whoa, Jade Behrens knocked the girl onto her bottom. Hasselbrock, too long. Flags up, out of bounds. Still 8-7 Railsplitters. Perkins back onto the floor for Dalpaws. Just so Payson Schaefer can come on. Holmes' ball's deflected out of bounds. Point to the Generals. And we're all tied up again, 8-8. This is kind of what we saw in the first match of the night. Southeast versus Morton. Morton kind of handled the first set, and Southeast stuck around in the second. Nice job by Hasselbrock. Well, you're going to say Decatur back in the net, and you can see the net bouncing. Doesn't just happen. So I don't know who was in it. I think it was their hair. Number 10's hair got into it. She's tying it up. Lily Holmes with the right hand to the back row. Set on the back side. Holmes there. Tedrick finds Hasselbrock. That's it. That was in. Nice. Glad he saw what I saw. 10-8. Decatur's got to chase it down. What happened? Oh, went under the net. Student section handing it to the Generals. Here's Holmes. 11-8. Railsplitters trying to extend this lead. That far side played out of bounds. As the flag goes up. 12-8. Holmes again. This one's starting to get away from the Generals. Out of bounds. There's Liv Bray. Where's number 10? Oh, that clips the net. Nice job by Holmes. Played back over. Over softly. Nice job by Behrens to be right there. Behrens, get up. Lauren was right there. And you know how they come up. All you volleyball players know what that is right there. Tedrick right where she needed to be. Ball just sent over with a lot of force. Point to the Generals, 10-12. Adams, Tedrick, Hassebrock. Point to the Railers. Here's Micaiah. Hassebrock, jump serve, floats it over. Substitution for the Generals. Got a couple new gals on the floor for them. (14-10). Hassebrock. To the back, number 15. Set to the middle hitter, look out. Payson Schaefer there. Tedrick. Down ball from Hassebrock. Holmes. Behrens. Nice job, Tedrick. Generals have to scramble. They do. Holmes there. Tedrick. Behrens can't reach it. Just over the outstretched arm of Jaden Behrens. Jaden Behrens with quite the wingspan. And that was just out of reach. Still a 3-point lead for Lincoln. That's out of bounds, sure enough. Jocelyn Perkins finish out that front row with Grace Biven and Lauren Tedrick. Here's Jaden Behrens. Generals, what's up? Oh, 4. All right, 16-11. Railsplitters lead by 5 here midway through the second set. If you're just tuning in with us, Railsplitters won the first set 25-10. To the back. Bump set to the middle. Are they there? Sure enough. Biven. Wow. Grace Biven, 17-11 with chance of she's a freshman. Here's Behrens, up 6. Behrens with the right hand, back left corner. Hassebrock has to run it down. Biven can't find it as he tried to track it down over that right shoulder. Here's Sutton again. Schaefer, Holmes, Biven, catches the net, played under this time, and 1 point to Lincoln, 18-12. We approach the latter half of this second set. The winner of this one, of course, takes on the Morton Potters, the number 1 seed in our bracket, on Thursday night at 6 o'clock. Lauren sails that just a bit long. We want to come out and support Lincoln on Thursday, assuming this set continues to go our way, and it's looking like it will. By 5, here are the Generals. Holmes, Tedrick, finds Biven on the right side this time. Dug out. Bump set, free ball Lincoln. Hassebrock, Tedrick. Nice job by Holmes. Tedrick with the dig. Perkins. Perkins again. One-man blocking crew up front. What's the play? Lift against the Generals. And as the Generals coach just kind of shakes his head. Adams on for Biven. Here's Gracie Adams. She's looking to help Lincoln close this out here, 19-13 in the second. Lead now 7. Timeout, Generals. We charged with their first timeout. Yeah, we love you, Red. And yeah, boy, they do look good in those red jerseys. I think that's a great color for them. I do like a little green, though. Come on. I don't think there's any green on those jerseys. Maybe a little green Nike swoosh on the corner would be cool, but it wasn't meant to be. Lincoln Railsplitters lead 20-13 here, late in the second. Again, the winner will take on Morton Potters, who handled Springfield Southeast in 2 sets earlier tonight. Again, I want to thank everybody. If I don't do it later, I want to thank you guys now for supporting the channel, supporting the Railsplitters. Glad to bring it to you. Let's take a look and see just how many people we've had on. We've had 149 people tune in tonight. Good amount of fans here too, so that means a lot of Lincoln fans. We're reaching a lot of extra Lincoln fans here tonight. Right over short ball, Tedrick there. Adams, Holmes to the back left corner. Shed, sent wide. 21-13, Railsplitters inching ever closer to victory. Adams, nice ball played in by Gracie Adams, 22-13. Adams again, a freshman. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. I don't think I had jinxed her there, but I tried to just keep it the same. I just need to keep the live stream the same, not throwing in the extra commentary. 22-14, still an 8-point lead for the Generals. Here's Nora Barnett, a sophomore back to serve. She wears number 2. Flat-footed serve. From my angle, it looked like it was going to be over, but just right into the net, 23-14. Here's Dalpause. Match point, 24-14, 10-point lead. Timeout Generals. 24-14, Generals will be charged with their second timeout. I kind of like this timeout by the coach for the Generals. Tony Holly, head coach for the Generals. You get to have one final conversation in the huddle, because it looks like it's all but in the books here for Lincoln, as they're about to close this one out. Oops. The girls huddled down there is kind of this amorphous blob, just kind of moving around. My camera wasn't tracking with them. All right, Decatur out of their huddle. Railsplitters out of theirs. Gabriel Dalpause looking to close this one out on match point. Dalpause sails it long. Oh boy, Lincoln's going to have to hope for a side out. Still up 9. Here's Janessa Hood for Decatur. Holmes, Tedrick, Hasselbrock off the net. Generals there. Pump set. Played back in, free ball Lincoln. Behrens, Tedrick to Holmes. Tedrick, Hasselbrock, nope. That one wasn't meant to be, 24-16. General's still alive, still match point. Here's Hood once again. Back to Lily Holmes, Tedrick, Hasselbrock, that'll do it. Railsplitters victorious 25-10, 25-16. And the Railers will be back in action on Thursday, 6 o'clock here at Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium for the regional, well, what is it? Let me look. 6 o'clock Thursday, regional final against the Morton Potters. I want to thank everybody for tuning in, watching us, supporting Lincoln Railsplitter Volleyball. Again, this is Aaron. Thanks for tuning in. And until Thursday, Have a good night. We'll see you then. Take care.